Now, come on back in here, baby. Scoot that rocking chair a little closer. Because this is where the story starts getting strange. Like I told you, everybody loved Miss Odessa. She smiled at everybody. Never had an unkind word to say. Always baked something delicious whenever a new family moved into town. If your roses weren't blooming, she knew exactly what fertilizer to use. If your child was sick, she'd bring homemade chicken soup before you even asked. She was the kind of neighbor folks prayed for. But then, old Mr. Wilson passed away. Now Mr. Wilson was 93 years old. Everybody expected it eventually. So naturally, the whole town gathered at First Baptist Church for the funeral. And sitting quietly, way in the very last pew, was Miss Odessa, dressed in a simple black dress, a black hat, and pinned to her collar was the prettiest little silver magnolia brooch. She didn't cry, she didn't speak. She just sat there, watching. When the service ended, she quietly stood, smiled politely at the family, and disappeared before anybody could thank her for coming. Nobody thought much about it. Until 6 days later. Miss Eleanor, the retired schoolteacher, passed away unexpectedly in her sleep. The church bell rang again, and once again, there sat Miss Odessa. Same black dress, same black hat, same silver magnolia brooch, same seat, in the very last pew. Now folks started whispering. Well, she sure is thoughtful. I guess she just has a tender heart. But then, before the flowers from Miss Eleanor's funeral had even begun to wilt, old Mr. Franklin, the town barber, collapsed in his shop. 3 funerals, 3 weeks, and every single time, there was Miss Odessa, sitting quietly, watching. Now, baby, Southern folks notice patterns, and once they notice one, they'll worry it like a dog with a soup bone. Folks stopped talking about the weather, stopped talking about fishing, stopped talking about football. The only thing anybody whispered about was Miss Odessa. Some said she was simply lonely. Others said she had buried her own family years before. But a few, only a very few, started wondering something they didn't dare say out loud. One afternoon, Miss Ruth leaned across the beauty shop and whispered, "What if she already knows who's next?" The entire salon went silent. Even the hairdryers seemed louder. Nobody answered, because nobody wanted to admit they had been wondering the very same thing. And then, the church bell rang again. Only this time, nobody in town had heard that anyone had died.